Okay, I should be live now. Okay, you may be wondering why we're here at the study instead of out in space getting ready to move on from this stupid ship. Well, it's because I was rewatching my footage and I noticed while I was trying to read this so intently, I looked right over this chest right here. My cursor was even hovered over it and I still missed it somehow. Let's see what's in there. Ooh, blast wave. Shots from shotgun push targets. Interesting. I gotta stop saying interesting so much. Heirloom auto pistol. Can be used as if the wielder has a dual weapon combat talent. I'm not sure what that talent does, but it gives extra perception and ballistic skill. That could be good on Abelard because he typically doesn't have much ballistic skill, but if he needs to make like a pot shot at someone, that'll make it better. Ooh. And a golden chainsword. Wow. That also feels like it should go to Abelard. My golden boy Abelard with his golden helmet and now golden sword. Equip, and he just had a, yeah, just a regular auto pistol. Look at him. It matches his helmet perfectly. It's even got the like wood grain. Yeah, look at that. Look at you, Abelard. You go, bro. Okay. Now we're leaving. I was wondering if there's like a quick leave button. My elevator's this way. This way. Oh, I replaced my portrait. Hey, hell yeah. Looks sick. Jessica portrait painted. Yeah, that's the same thing as before. Okay. Finally leaving the void ship. First place I was going was the astropathic relay, something like that. Because I went and checked out a void ship, and it was just some traders. I didn't really have anything to trade. Yeah, the Thunderfang. Rakid Majoris is next, but we're going to the astropathic station. Astropathic station is dead ahead of the void ship. It's motionless. There is lifeless silence across its Fox frequencies. Its lights are out. Even those who have no warp sensitivity can feel the presence of death. It is here, lurking in the shadows. All of this makes reading the reports of the ship's astropaths, who claim to be hearing an incessant ghostly howl emanating from the station, all the more disturbing. Contact by Vox. They're not responding. Perhaps there is no one left who could respond. Let's deploy a scouting team. The enforcers offered their prayers and proceeded to enter the uncanny station. What they saw inside was monstrous. Astropaths upon their thrones, not quite here, not quite now. Smudged, as it were, across time. That's cool. I almost said the I word again. Servants reliving their horrible deaths again and again, only to be reborn out of the ashes and blood into more agony a moment later. The warp manifested itself here, twisting the very nature of existence. God dang. They're so good at doing the descriptions. It sounds so cool. The main hall was covered in a crust of psychic ice. A green-robed blind old man sat motionless upon a tall throne. He was quite literally embedded in the ice, yet he was still alive and screaming. Ooh. I think this is probably because I did that side quest. We're gonna send him over. The choirmaster Wise boarded the station in person and proceeded to the choir's hall. He stood silently for a few hours in front of a man frozen in ice and held a telepathic conversation with him. Then Master Weiss offered up a prayer to the God Emperor, and the unfortunate man passed away. Upon returning to the ship, Wise reverently presented the Lord Captain with a grim trophy, the late choir master's amulet, taken from his frozen body after death. The denial of nightmares. If worn by a psyker, they gain immunity to the horrors of the warp effect. That sounds really strong. That sounds really strong. The psychic shriek carrying across the immaterium has been silenced. So it was his shriek. He was screaming so much that literally everybody was hearing it. Has brought the crew no relief. A chilling realization came to the astropaths when they discovered the cry was masking a different sound, one even more terrifying and surreal. It was the melody of a cataclysm born from a warp storm of titanic power, so intense that the entire expanse must be able to hear it. It muffles astropathic messages and crawls into psychers' minds, evoking everywhere the same image. Excuse me. A dark, gaping, beastly mouth cleaving the universe in two. Now that the mad choirmancer had finally stopped screaming, the song of the Immaterium has reached the rogue trader's void ship too. This is what I'm talking about. These descriptions are crazy. That's really cool. Burn everything, seal the station, order the station to be explored. A brief and chilling chronicle of the station's doom was found in the scribe's records. A warp disturbance of monstrous proportions wiped out half the choir at once, turning the astropaths into living portals. Those who lasted longer bellowed and howled about a black rift, yeah. But split the universe into before and after. That's interesting. Whatever, I said it. It's interesting. And a darkness that would devour the Astronomicon's light. Yeah, let's probably burn it all. Void torpedoes shatter the fragile station. One can only hope that the unfortunate souls captured by the warp perished along with their home. Wow. Yeah, let's knock that thing out of the, I almost said out of the sky, but it's just space. All right, Rikard Majoris is next. Rykad. I keep saying Rikard. Tithe grade undetermined. Okay, scan it. Beep-beep-beep-boop-beep-boop. We got 50 XP. No resources. The tithe grade is now S111. Okay, there's nothing there. Heard. We also could build an extractium, but we don't have one. It's a mining outpost. Okay. So now our options are Urek 5, the prison planet, or Rykard Minoris. Let's go to Urek. I'm thinking Minoris last because it seems like the most important, if that makes sense. These ones feel like side quests. Lord Captain reporting. The heralds of the Navis Nobilite continue to maintain Vox silence, perhaps due to Urek 5 being off limits to visitors. We accepted signals from the beacons drifting in orbit. The demands were clear. We were told to turn around. We've also detected an accumulation of space debris near the docks, presumably as the remains of interplanetary shuttles. Perhaps Navis Nobilite House requires aid and cannot respond. Contact them again. I'll negotiate personally. The Vox relays sound. I'm sorry, Lord Captain. The station does not reply even after an official greeting by a rogue trader and the declaration of your intent to negotiate in person. Scan it. Yes, Lord Captain. Vox remained silent for a while, then you hear static. The officers from the Augur crew performed a full scan of the station, but the information is imprecise. They note waves of distortions of unclear genesis that are throwing off the shootings. There's some warped shit. We're going. We will invade without first requiring approval. Dock. Affirmative, Lord Captain. We do not know what is happening, so you'll have to look to the navigators. Look for the navigator blind, right? Because we're trying to find a navigator here. To replace ours that got mutated, then muted. Uh-oh. Well, that's not a good start.
Pathetic worm. You dare to argue with your master?
It was not you whom I swore to serve within these walls. My lips are sealed.
Confess. What was the old man's last command? What are you planning?
Give up, Keeper. You have lost this battle. Again.
We're getting nowhere with these ones, sir. Permission to execute
Well,
them.
I immediately feel like I'm on the side of the people being executed, but maybe that's just, you know, my own biases coming into play there. This is the execution time. Prayers will not help you, servant of the damned. Is it them or is it you who's serving the damned? In the name of House Orselio, I command you to execute the infidels. Yep, here they go. Oh my god, with a shotgun? You probably hit that guy. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, good job. You killed those defenseless, unarmed dudes. We have strange guests on the station. Abelard's first, of course. A tall man stops you with a gesture when you approach. Blood is trickling down the pearly scales of his weary face. And not just his own blood. Why is his own blood there? Two jet-black, unblinking eyes are watching your every move, and the third one, the mark of a navigator's fate, is menacingly pulsing behind the lowered lid in the middle of the forehead. Jesus. His third eye is pulsing. Step back, or I'll unleash the horrors of the Sea of Souls upon you. Emperor, be my witness. Abelard, would you be so kind? The Seneschal takes a deep breath. Before you stands his lordship, the rogue trader Zale von Valencius, heir to the greatest protectorate in the Cronus Expanse, and the bearer of the sacred warrant of trade. Allow me to point out that Nobilite custom requires no navigator to introduce himself first, but given unusual circumstances on your station, this lordship, the rogue trader, is willing to turn a blind eye to your hostility. Just this once. In this case, I shall turn a blind eye to your unceremonious invasion, but just this once. There's a dangerous glint in the man's dark, shrouded eyes. Very well, allow me to introduce myself. Before you stands Felix Christoph August, keeper of this place. So you did not arrive to offer support to the traders. That is good news. Having said that, you must understand that Urek 5 is a holy sanctum for House Orcelio, and the path to it is only revealed to a select few. It pains me to say you're not on the guest list. We're looking for a navigator. Also looking for an Inquisitor. You know anything about the Inquisitor? I think I would know such an important individual decided to pay us a visit. No, okay. I came here, what's happening on the station? What's with all the corpses? Betrayal, a most banal thing in the life of a Nobilite, don't you think? I was stabbed in the back by my closest friend, Theobald Orcelio. So you're not... Okay. The second keeper of Urek 5 and my mentor. On his instructions, my own people sabotaged the generators, blew up the shuttles, and brutally massacred the loyal servants of my mistress. Most unforgivably, they dared to take her prisoner. Greedy scum. I swear by the throne's light, their souls will perish in the darkness of the void. I feel like they didn't take her prisoner. Maybe they're protecting her from you? Felix falls silent for a few moments and then furiously slams the end of his staff onto the floor. Madmen have captured Lady Cassia and are now torturing her upstairs while we idly chat down here. Help me rescue her, or be gone, but waste no more of my precious time. What kind of help do you want? I would never ask for such a favor under different circumstances, and yet... Felix takes his hand away from his ribcage, notices blood, and winces in pain. And yet Lady Castia's well-being is above all. I haven't got many people left, and my wounds are too deep for me to act with precision and swiftness. But you may actually succeed. In order to ascend the mistress's chambers, you need to remake a holy relic sanctified by the blood of Lady Orcelio herself. This is the control rod of the elevator machine spirit. I have one part and the other was lost during the mutiny, but even this relic will be no use unless the elevator is powered. Why should I help you anyway? You came to the station for a reason. They'll not be able to help until the current crisis is resolved, but we could reach an agreement. How do I remake such control rod? I have a phylactery containing the mistress's blood and needs to be taken to the lab, which is located behind one of the reliquary doors. The most ancient of the sacred mechanisms will help rebuild the rod. Detect priest ceaselessly performs the rites of appeasement so that the machine's spirit would serve the house in times of need. Peaceful hour is now upon us. How do I power the elevator? The main cogitator is in the guard room. If it's so simple, why don't you do it yourself? Path is blocked by madmen. Yep. Guess that makes sense. So what have you decided to send it to the Von Valencius line? Let me read these real quick. gonna say it'd be an honor to save Lady Navigator from her woes. We should hurry then. We will stay here to hold the line and lick our wounds. Good luck, Rogue Trader, and may the Emperor's light be with you. I still don't know who the bad guy is in this situation yet.
Keep your wits about you. That's how it's done.
Corpses were mauled by a force fall beyond any mortal capacity. The faces are twisted in pain. This is probably the Psyker guy that did that. The Navigator. We can jump over that.
Wait. Bright, pure color. And it's all riddled with horrible veins that carry the poison of fear and pain throughout its body. Who are you? Why are you crying?
Great question.
If the witch is talking about the enemies of humanity who set upon this abode of noble navigators, then our weapons will soon dispel their wicked misery.
Goods, yes. A lockpick and some loot.
Is
Don't
there
mind if I
money
do.
to be made?
There is. Okay, let's jump over this.
Nothing's impossible for this old officer.
Thanks, Abelard.
Attention to detail is the key to success.
A trap.
Sometimes you consult the appropriate treatise.
No, don't do that. What the heck?
And weigh every step.
All right, well, he found the
Sometimes,
trap.
though, you just fire your biggest cannon and save the
This
day.
is intriguing.
Okay, what I wanted to do was that. Thank you, Argenta, for being a
Emperor
normal,
favors
rational
me
person
today.
and not just running into traps like somebody. Medicaid 90%. Yeah, Abelard, you could do that one.
Just as I planned.
Most of these unfortunate souls took their own lives by slicing their guts wide open. Dang. They're straight up not having a good time right now. Or, well, not
Rise
anymore.
to the top.
They weren't having a
or
good
get
time.
left in the dust.
Oh, hi. You're bad guys. Are you just bad guys automatically, or can we talk? Let's find out. Uh-oh. That's a lot more bad guys than I thought. Stand firm, we must not let the miscreants defile House Orcelio. I'm not trying to. Fire at will. Okay, well, now you're dead.
Your arrogance will be your downfall.
Will did nothing to you, don't shoot at him.
Cross the faithful.
Speeding up animations in combat. You can hold space. Oh, good. It's actually good to know. Two of them go before me. Yeah, I'll start here. Adira, you just stay up here and attack down on them. Argenta can't go right there, so she's gonna be up here too then. And Abelard will be with me on the front lines. Start the battle.
Follow my lead.
Ow.
Brace yourself, Abelard.
Emerald.
I didn't hurt that bad, actually. Oh. Oh, what the? Bro! Dude just killed his own man. What the heck was that? Did I not tell myself to go down here? What happened? Oh well, this is fine, honestly. Next range attack made deals extra damage and has additional dodge reduction. Let us fire down 30, 20. Not very good chances to hit, are they?
On
Let's
it.
go ahead and pop this one. Somehow did not really increase my chance
I'll
to hit.
see to it personally.
2 damage. After all that, whatever.
Stay vigilant.
Okay, bro.
Weapon at the ready.
Nice try.
My faith
Commander's gonna be buffing
strengthens
dudes.
me.
So I'll probably try to get him first.
Follow my lead.
Everyone's taking shots at Abelard, but no one's hitting him except that
Follow
first
my
guy.
lead. Break them around.
Yeah. Break them
Stay
around.
vigilant.
This is the part where I speed
Pain
up
and
animation.
duty go hand in hand.
Argenta. Yeah, move up a bit.
Guided by faith.
I need you to get into the thick of it.
Doubt is
58%,
for the weak.
terrible.
Strike is a
Yeah,
prayer.
good shot, Argenta. That'll be all for now.
Must not falter.
We're gonna Kira. I would love to get you in range to hit some people with lightning.
But of course.
Abelard. Oh, I never... Did I equip her with the amulet? I don't think I did. Lightning? Too far away, huh? What's the range on the lightning? You can hit that guy. Oh, it looks like, yeah, they're like just out. What about Psychic Scream? Ooh, he could scream him. Oh, I might one-shot the Medicaid with that. Let's try. Yeah, she turned his brain off. Fuck yeah. And then scan that guy. And that'll be your turn, I think. Abelard has to get in there with no cover. Hopefully he can charge that distance. Yes.
At your beck and call.
Good hit. Endure. That costs 1 AP. I'd rather use that AP to hit this guy again.
It will be done.
With my golden chainsword. Good job, Abelard. That's a good turn.
Weapon at the ready.
Why is the ringing?
Good tank, good tank.
Faith
0
strengthens
damage.
me.
Stop it!
Also 0 damage? Oh no, she took damage. Well, that guy's got like no cover from me, so this should be an
Who,
easy
if
shot,
not me?
right? Yes. Come on, get him.
Enemy
Yeah.
down.
Good job, self. I did it. That's it, I think, for me.
Follow my lead.
Nice crit. Did he cut him in half? No, not quite. Crit him with an attack opportunity, though. That's pretty good.
Just a minor
Look at all those
setback.
zeros. I'm not even sure why he's tanking all that so effectively. Probably here.
Rejoice in battle!
Let's shoot up at this guy. Can I hit them both? Kind of. 30% chance to shoot the bench? Can I break their cover? Oh, I didn't even notice that. Okay,
I'll
let's
do
try
it.
that. Just all into the wall. Ah, you got him though. Nice. I thought she was just gonna shoot all her bullets straight into the wall. Yeah, why
Power
not?
resides in the will of the righteous.
Let's make some extra attacks, Argenta. You know what? We'll add a running
Faith
gun to it
without
too.
deeds is worthless.
Because then I can move
The
here,
enemies of the Emperor will be undone.
shoot up at him.
As the Emperor commands,
Nice crit.
doubt is for the weak.
I'm not sure how many of these shots I'm gonna get, honestly.
As the Emperor commands, strike.
Yeah, good job, Argenta. I get another one too. I don't think you can hit him,
This
can you?
is unacceptable.
Good enough.
What is this foreboding?
Hey, you want to use turn their brain off again? Yeah, she did it. She turned his brain off. Oh my god, we're overpowered. Okay. Looting time. Flat gun, well-maintained las gun, okay. Can I open this? Oh, that's the one that's sealed, okay. Got these guys. Just a bunch of normal weapons, okay. What is that, goods? Oh, and a lore thing.
I always get the
Statue
job
by the
done.
famous Calaxian sculptor. Yeah, okay. Goods. Data crypt H40k. Okay.
Always keep
Quest
your eye on the
relevant, I think.
prize.
More goods. Pontius Cyphus Galactivus on the training of worthy servants to the court of the Navis Nobilite. Good Major Domo. I'm gonna skim this a little bit. You see the lessons below. Okay. Faithful servant. Yeah, why can't I scroll that? Ah, well. It was not very important, I don't think. So, like, click on it. Right click. Info. There we go. Always make sure the mistress room is clean. Same dress. Yeah. A master of the art of styling the hair. Okay. Gives their life as well. And then they cut off. Okay. Lovely. It
always
sounds
have a
like great
backup
people to work
plan.
for. Work is a strong word, but more just armor and weapons. Yeah, yeah. I'll take it. Take. Oh, I packed out his cargo by accident, but I think that's fine. It's just a pistol. Library is full of treaties. Yes, yes, yes. Treaties. Intercept conversation between security officers. Tremendous honor. Yes, with this promotion, we'll transfer the entire squad to the child's personal guard. By the God Emperor. Well, you're a strapping lad. You'll probably make it for a cycle or 3. That's it. It is worn down better men than me. What is even the point if your brains turn to mush? I may rip out my eyes like Amos did. At best, I'll just go bonkers like that little shit stain that keeps stealing our low. Uh-oh, what happened to that one? Threw himself out a depressurized chamber because some voices told him to. Calm down. Keeper Felix said the squad will not have to serve the child long. Even then, he gave a little leeway. Unlike that fish eyed, be quiet, he might hear you. Well, you know what I mean. He almost busted our heads because someone forgot to check the... No, give me that back. What did they forget to check? Catering unit. We haven't let in a single outsider in over 10 years, but Keeper Theobald keeps finding things to fret over. Imagine the shrieking if he finds out Keeper Felix didn't make us inspect the hangar after Lord Winterscale's most recent visit. What did Lord Winterscale leave here? Some kind of chaos artifact? Why wouldn't he want them to inspect that? So he is the bad guy. Keeper Felix, the bad guy, I'm calling it now. Throne forbid. I try to steer clear of the squabbles among the highborn. Some of Keeper Felix's orders make little sense. Like that last time he commanded we cut off communications with Rykid Minoris for a while. Interesting. Why would he do that? It looks like he grew tired of Winterscale Scion's visits. Well, it's always a pleasure to aid Keeper Felix. That's right. If the highborn have grown tired of each other, let them deal with it. Okay.
Keep your wits about you.
Sounds like a plan to me. Let them deal with it. Except that's me now. I guess I'm highborn now. My rogue trader blood. Okay. Holy stuff to sell.
We should deal with this.
Ooh, a meteorite chunk. And a Ripper auto pistol has 10% armor pen instead of the normal 5%. And it's over penetration. Okay. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Let us not dawdle.
Mutated flesh sample. The kitty's very upset right now. We kicked her out of the room so I can record. But if she were in the room, she'd be doing the same thing, just louder.
Would you look at that?
Hey, let's get the trap, guys. Oh, I see. I'm supposed to click on it and then unpause.
I better myself through my service.
Okay. Wasn't anything else to loot in there, right?
The crew
No.
continues to mourn Lady Theodora. I fear it may
Navigator
affect the
flesh
performance
sample.
of their duties in
What is
service
with all these
of
flesh
the Lord
samples?
Captain.
Cargo.
Let the people grieve.
Oh, they're talking about Lady Theodora's death. Ooh, a Mars pattern sword. And ooh, bonus of persuasion. Oh, persuasion or tech use? Take persuasion. Inventory. I'll wear these. Oh, they're fancy. I like them. And we'll give Adira the tech ones. And the necklace. Do the phylactery of blood. Got it. Okay.
Rise to the
Nothing
top,
escapes my
or get
sight.
left in the
What?
dust.
Oh. Wait, no. No, don't walk on it. Disarm it. Hello? It's not letting me disarm this one. Oh well, someone's gonna hit it. Hallowed finger bone joints, okay. Yep, there she went. That's only 5
Mocking
damage. That's not
Me.
I will mock you for hitting that trap. You can't stop me. Oh.
Over.
Okay.
I dare
Seems
not
pointless,
provoke
but
the
yeah.
whispers.
I didn't realize I was just controlling her.
I
Okay, what do we
always
got here?
keep my options open.
Cutscene. Did you hear the screams? Move! You mean of the people we just killed? No, maybe not. Maybe the bad, chaosy kind of screams. Now I see, you're in league with them. This is insurrection? Yes, indeed. Death to the traitors. Oh, here we go. More just random executions. Wham! That guy at least tried to shoot back. He missed a bunch of times, but hey, he tried. That guy just let it happen. I know, you're all traitors. Traitors all of you. They told me. They whispered. Hey, who are you? I'm Abelard. And you suck. Hey, don't shoot at me. Wait, what? I think I shot him back. I think I auto shot him back, but I was off screen at the time.
Keep your wits about you.
Stuff and also your things. Research notes. Keeper Theobald graciously agreed to provide samples of his skin growth so we could study the influence of the rebellious immaterium on the flesh of the Navis Nobile. Just as we thought, navigators are positively resistant to the restless currents of the warp. Copper truly does shield some people against corruption and misery. But let us get back to the study of mortal flesh. Another servant will be carried in shortly. I must ready the organ extraction equipment. Adamantine dust and black water. This was the worst idea that could have entered my mind. God Emperor be praised. I'm lucky to still have my head on my shoulders after this reckless experiment. Nevertheless, we did make an important discovery. The adamantine seems to protect the frail flesh of the lowborn to a degree. Having said that, not even the macerator can handle its tempers. We should probably introduce a more complex compound into the formula. All the data related to the experiment was recorded on data crypt K480H. I'll get back to them later once I'm done with the experiment H41OK. Have I mentioned that the chunk of meteorite found by Keeper Felix subject is completely useless, although its shining granules could be make some new paints for the child. Yes, I think I'm going to do exactly that. Paints. Didn't Adira say something about somebody painting with like blood and it was overflowing and they were like sad? I vaguely remember it was a lot of rambly nonsense at the time. Pistol? Yeah, scrap the auto pistol.
Let us not dawdle.
Book. Oh, there's okay. Okay, there's okay. Door. Take use.
That's how it's done.
What do we got? Loot. Sniper rifle. The long las. I might use that. Carapacious blade. I've been debating switching off the soldier and going more like a operative or something. I forget what it's called. The more intelligence focused one, since that's kind of what I'm doing, and I already have Argenta kind of filling the soldier role, and I don't really plan on kicking her out of my party anytime soon, at least. But if I do a bunch of respecking and stuff, I'll do it off stream because I'm gonna have to read a bunch of crap. What the heck? For some reason, the arch enemy's twisted influence has found its way into the station. Yeah, there's like red growths, eyeballs. It's watching. We're done for. They'll kill us all. Who's Uwe? Uwe has had his tongue cut off just like the rest of the servants of House Orcellia. What the heck? Why do you have a name, Uwe?
Rise to the top or get left in the dust.
I'm good at cogitating. Cogitative vid screen is covered in cracks and stained with dried blood. I pull some levers, turn some dials, and it turns on. Request data on the station. Felic Orcelio is alive, yeah. Theobald Orcelio is alive in the upper chambers. That's the guy he said betrayed him. Calamira is in the upper chambers dead. Alexius is in the lower levels dead. And Rasmus is unknown but dead. The child. Location upper chambers. Biometric pattern. Rapid heartbeat. Elevated temperature. Stress level exceeded plasma limit. Status unknown error. Attention. Calming procedures advised. Attention. Upper chambers inaccessible. Error. The control rod is not present. If the rod has been misplaced, immediately contact a station keeper or a Navis Laboratum custodian. Examine the log. It is partially corrupted. View the Vox report. This is Officer A282. Do you copy? Several generators overheated on the lower levels. Chambers A through D are unpowered. The tech priest crew sent to investigate. Problem is not responding. Reporting back. Interrupted by shouting and it ends. Officer H12 speaking. 123, I mean. 200 servants have perished due to explosive decompression in living quarters. We've located traces of mechanical interference. The preliminary cause is officer sabotage. Crews 5, 6, and 9 are cut off from the main compartment. We have enough oxygen for 20 minutes. Dang. Senior station officers, the captain speaking. We attempted to contact Richard Scale Scion, but something is jamming the signal. It's the dude. The keeper. He was blocking it, they said. Never seen a reply. I'm not sure he even sent in the first place. Rescue team's not coming. Man, he is a bad guy. Recent entries. An incident log. Servants close to the child and butchering each other again. Oh my god. Negotiations with the Winter Skulls for success. A new batch of servants will arrive in 10 moons. Escort them to the lab at once. Wow. Increase the retainer's resistance to the child's powers. So there's something in the lab that can increase your resistance to the warp. Examine the stalking dog. Regent and Arento Arcelio is all classified. Okay. Security and life support. Damage in technical compartments. Those ones. Living quarters. Excuse me. Warning, unable to access the station docking system. Warning, energy regulation, unknown error. Yeah, it's all fucked. Shit's fucked, man. I get it. Required access above, blah, blah. 100%. Let's go. Easily bypassed. Most of the encrypted data has been wiped. Find traces of purge protocol. List of the most recent commands. Child delete, picked flow, disable access, code annul, station controls, delete, activate, shuttle. Delete the station controls, and then activate the shuttle. Self-destruct, purge command log. Interesting. Explain the water archives for a while longer. You'll select the experts guard. Only the keepers of the station have access to the life support systems, but Keeper Theobald has not left the child's side, and neither had I. Could it be that it's the other one, Kamek? What is the name? Kamek, the wizard. Call Reichen Minors for help. Despite the compliance, it cannot. Problem doesn't lie here. Okay. Switch to the main chamber controls. Open all the doors. Okay. This door is already open. This door is already open. It's depressurized. It's open now. It's already open. Oh god, not again. Yeah. Oh, of course. The one I skipped was the most important one. Ah, big door. I opened a big door. Yay. Let's see what's beyond door number 1. That's just like door number fucking 10. Alright, now I can leave the conversation. Elevator controls activated. And that's it. We done did it.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
No one else had anything to say or do. They're all still just freaking out. Everyone's just having a terrible time. Oh, this door's open now. That's right. Ooh. A willpower bonus to lower warp. Yeah. And then put that on you, my warp person. Nope, not you. You. And then let's switch your las gun up for a long las. And I could give myself the Ripper auto pistol. Why not? It's better than what I had. And the Mars sword. No one else really uses swords. There it is. Okay.
Keep your wits about you.
Did all that. Ooh. Too many voices. I can hear their rage. The door is open. Come and avenge us. Oh, the lab. Examine.
I'll learn from this mistake.
Someone disrupted this experiment in the most brutal fashion as possible from what was inside. What? Some sort of experiment break out? What the heck? Biogel, black water, and unidentified acid.
What a peculiar thing.
A psi crystal. Some stuff to sell. Flesh sample. And another data crypt. Okay.
Let us not dawdle.
Lady Cassia's Medicaid. They all just lost their minds. Please don't kill me. I wasn't planning on it. Goods. Adamantine. Okay. Remake the control rod. I did it. I'm guessing I just used the blood. Oh, I can put the minerals in it. Well, the thing said the meteorite trunk was useless, so try
This
these
could
two.
be an opportunity.
Oh, okay. Take that. Okay. And it did say like Adamantine had done something. Research notes. Adamantine dust in black water was bad. Adamantine protects the flesh. So I should probably introduce a more complex compound. All of it is recorded on OH. Huh. Okay.
I always keep my options open.
So put in OH. And some flesh. And he said Blackwater didn't work. Let's try something better, so maybe Biogel will work. Wait, the adamantine dust. I never got it out, did I? Okay. See what happens. Ugh. Okay, I did it wrong. I guess I should have just put the black water in. Oh, hey, look, more research notes. Okay. Well, I'm sure that says some very useful stuff about how to use that properly, and I didn't read it until now, so, oh well. Oh my god, there's more. This might just be info on the child, actually. Let me read that one. Why did I find all those things after I fiddled with everything? Experimental section of child's influence on the psycho-emotional state of various representatives of the Imperium, access level, or cellular T prime. Melbourne Mill. Sign of acute stress, majority appears of blood loss within a day. Due to inability to halt the discharge of ocular secretions. Oh my god. They just kept crying until they had no more tears, and they just started crying out everything else. They died later of extensive wounds to the abdomen? That they stabbed out their own stomachs, like those other people we saw. Died within an hour of entering the lab, adjacent to the chambers. Almost had their tongues bitten off, or their jaws dislocated. Oh my god. Some lacked the physical strength to separate it, but not all of them. Cause of death, severe head injuries caused by impacting the walls or floor. Jesus, what is going on here? Paralyzed patient lost ability to speak due to the shock caused by a manufactorum accident. The test subject noted a tingling sensation in deteriorated tissue during Regent Orselio's visit to the child. The test subject smiled and started humming most likely trying to carry some plebeian tune, and then attempted to address the servant and brought him food. A lengthy conversation was prohibited due to the servant's lack of tongue. Defective offspring of Lord Arcelio, pronounced unfit for studying the high art of navigation owing to mutation of tissues required for installation of laboratory augmentations. Test subjects mirrored the child's actions for 3 days. On the 4th day, the child became upset after hearing the news about the untimely demise of Amos, an officer of her personal guard. As a result, one of the test subjects peeled away several layers of tissue from her face and died from the resulting massive heart attack. What the fuck? The last surviving test subject was executed for attempting to contract the child. Jeez.
Rise to the top, or get
Sounds like
left
her,
in the
like,
dust.
Does she like transmit her emotions to everyone else through the warp or something? But like super duper, like she gets sad and then everyone around her like cries until their eyes melt and rips their faces off and bangs their head into walls when she gets upset. So I turned it on. I got the control
Compared
rod.
to naval
I think I did all the
service,
things.
That was barely a challenge.
Hey Felix, we're back. You dealt with the threat and powered the elevator. I trust you about the activation rod as well. Remember, every second of hesitation may cost her life. Suddenly cocks her head and drives her nails deep into her shoulder. The crossroads. There are 2 paths, both stained with blood, both leading to the accursed eye. They all wear masks, so poor and flimsy they fall at the slightest touch. One hiding a blind man, the other a traitor. So I can side with this guy or the other guy. Either way, there's going to be blood. They both get me a navigator. Is that what it means by leading to an accursed eye? And everyone wears masks. One is a blind man, the other a traitor, but which is which? Yeah, see, who is who? What do you see behind the masks? Whispers are giggling nastily. They will not speak the naughty little things. They say tearing off the masks is your concern. Tell me more. What paths? I cannot say. One is painted with blind faith, the other with hatred and treachery. Both lead to tragedy. You simply have to decide what kind of tragedy you like most. Thank you. Everything's clear now. She nods and glances at him out of the corner of her eye. The station has enough problems without your sorcery, psyker. I'm gonna keep it for myself. I'm not giving it to you. I was gonna go in there myself and talk to him and then come back and decide what to do with you after. I'm not giving it to you to go in there and start killing people. There is darkness swirling in his bottomless eyes. As his sharp teeth of defense is strong. Care to explain yourself, scion of the von Valencius dynasty? What's the meaning of this? Men I fought were convinced that we were the traitors. Servants alone can't point for what happened on the station. Most were either unarmed or feeble. Who's the child? You meddled with something that should have been left alone. Well, obviously. The child is what the station servants call Lady Cassia for the commoner's dirty mouth, not so sully her name by uttering it. You see, it's not beneficial for servants to have their vocal organs altered. Some prove more useful when they're able to speak. Servants alone cannot be blamed. Did you think mere servants could plan a coup? The senior officers are just as guilty. Half my guards butchered one another because they suspected treason. As for the real culprit, the coup was staged by the closest to the mistress. Destroying the shuttles, shutting off the power, and disabling security systems. Too many things required special access. See, I'm glad that this is paying off. Like, reading all the stuff, and I could actually, like, call him out on this shit. A lot of games don't have that. As I'm sure you're aware, there were 2 keepers of the station. Your guess is absolutely correct. Theobald or Celio, the demented old man obsessed with Lady Cassia and her power. And also the one to blame for the woes. That's not what I saw. Bro, yes! Thank you for actually letting me say these things. Holy shit. Theobald stayed at the time the entire time. Only you could have initiated the self-destruct. Which means he did it before the report was filed. Or maybe after. Or his face twists in disgust. You dare suspect me of what happened? The one who's going out of his way to preserve what little there is still left. By the God Emperor, you'll keep these slanderous accusations to yourself. I'm also going to bring up the conversation. That's true, and in the end, I paid a steep price. Yeah. I'm just going to say this because I'm sure it won't lead anywhere, really. That's why they're insane. Yeah. I'm not going to trust him. It really is time to end this. He squares his shoulders and gestures to his guard. I was hoping to find an ally in you, but now you are merely delaying the sorrowful end to your story. Prepare to die. Ah, here we go.
Beg for mercy.
Okay.
But I will grant.
I wasn't gonna just hand him over the
Stand
key.
your
Like,
ground.
no. No. I'm not just gonna give that to you. Where do I want to be, honestly? Probably here, and then we'll take this guy out first, and I'll have pretty good cover from everyone else. Or here. No, I'll put Argenta there. Argenta there. You stay where you're at, actually, because you're close enough to him that he can't run away. Adira is the one I'm not sure what to do with. Man, yeah, here's good. Start. Yeah, free hit. He just shot me. I don't know why I expected him to cast a spell or something. He just fucking whipped out his Glock and shot my ass. Oh, that guy's a shotgun.
Why
Yep.
did I not
Ow.
foresee this?
Alright, Argenta. What do we got? Spray and pray and stuff? That sounds good. Go there. Let's
I'll
use
do
this
it.
because there's a lot of enemies around you. Nice little chunk of resolve. And next range per attack with rate fire doubled, well as damage, all the shot to follow random trajectories.
Faith
Fire.
without deeds is worthless.
Yeah! Yeah! Oh my god!
Chosen.
Argenta. Good job. You know what? Let's run and gun it actually, because if I go
God
here, I
Emperor,
can pierce.
move through me. Be
through
the
them again,
fire in my
possibly?
heart. I'll
Get
do
them
it.
both? Ah, I hit him, missed him, didn't kill either. That's okay. Still good.
Such is their will.
Weapon at the ready.
Ah.
Faith shields me.
To the heretics. Strengthens
Do I not have full cover from that angle? I guess not. They also got like 2 or 3 crits. One of those. I'm not even sure how many crits he just got. Jesus, Argenta got lit up just as bad. I did put her in kind of a bad spot. That is my bad, but still, holy shit.
Will do.
If he heals me now, do I get up or is it like a post-fight thing? I have a feeling it's a post-fight thing.
Was that you?
Hit him with the big psychic strike. Yes, good job. And that's pretty much all your stuff. You need to give her the ability to dodge. And that's all your action points. Man, I didn't even get a turn. I was just immediately wiped. That's crazy.
My place is at the fore.
Get you some protection. And yeah, that's melee.
Indeed. Gray hair, sure
Good
hair.
crit, Abelard. He could shoot too. They missed, but that's fine. I thought shooting counted as like an attack, and you could only do one of those per thing. I think I might have gotten the ability to attack twice. Oh my, yes. Good job, Abelard. Oh, she dodged. Argenta's not long for this world either. Man, I still can't believe how just wrecked I got by that guy. That random guardsman with his las gun just was like, alright, you die now. Speaking of random guard with his las gun.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Slam, slam, slam. Oh. My bad, dear. This is the first combat I've done in a while, okay? You know, I don't really have an excuse. Abelard's doing great, though.
Break their morale.
Oh yeah, she can opportunity attack if she doesn't have a melee weapon.
Stay vigilant.
Good dodge. Interesting that dodging actually physically moves you away. Lightning? Can take out 2 guys. Any 2 that I choose.
No
pretty
can
much.
do.
No, I don't have a line of sight on
Not
him.
this Scryer's job.
That's line of sight on
On
him,
it.
though.
What an unfortunate
Zap.
turn of fate.
Okay. She's not still buffed by me.
Will do.
Okay. That's the end of your turn. I forgot that guy was there. There's that guy there. That guy there. And that guy there. Is that the last 3? No, there's one more over there. Okay, Abelard. Over here. Then charge this guy.
At your beck and call. Victory is imminent.
2 action points to shoot. Okay.
I will do my duty.
Some more temp HP.
Weapon at the ready.
Yeah. You would be doing better if I hadn't shot the hell out of her.
Guided by faith.
Oh wow, I actually have to reload.
Doubt is for the weak.
Actually, I could have just switched to weapons. She has a shotgun. That would have been pretty good for this shot, I think.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Man, that was a low hit, girl.
My faith.
Hey, free kill. Uh-oh, I keep bringing that guy with a shotgun.
Another voice to join my choir.
She must have been bleeding or something. Oh my god, this fight is not... Oh well. This is practice. This is a practice fight. For
Anything else?
whatever the next fight is. Turn off his brain! Almost. Almost shut off his brain. Probably would have worked if I'd used this first.
Follow my lead.
Don't kill her, please. I'll probably deserve it if you kill her, but please don't. I'm gonna run over here. Cut this guy.
At your beck and call.
Shoot him as well.
Gray hair, sure hand.
Not bad. It's a 3-cell radius. Yeah, nowhere near close enough.
Break their morale.
Come on, try to move. Yeah!
Stay
It's
vigilant.
like the 3rd free kill from an opportunity attack Avalar's gotten. Okay, Adira. Let's be
They who
smart about this.
discern the future on the battlefield.
Oh yeah, I don't have to worry about the veil stuff anymore. That's right.
But of course,
Zap.
farewell.
Okay. Abelard. Where's the medkit button? That's the log. Inventory. Oh, he's out. No, that's not him. Go to Abelard. There we go. What's the button to use that? Why can't I remember this? Oh my god, this is gonna drive me insane. Because the way I remember it, there's just like a button in the ability bar that I push, but I don't know how to bring up the ability bar outside of combat anymore. Why can't I switch to Abelard? What's happening?
The Emperor sets my path.
Okay, whatever. I don't know
The
why
pain
it's
will
not working.
subside.
I didn't say to do it.
I'll make sure to return the favor one day.
Jesus. Okay.
Is there money to be made?
Loot this guy. We had a bunch of stuff. Oh, it's the same in the guards. Deadshot stub revolver. Comes with an additional hit chance, 15%. Nice. Man, I was really looking forward to using my new sniper rifle too, and that dude just gunned me down before I got to move. Alright. A shotgun. A staff for a navigator, which we don't have yet, but we're getting one. And some new armor. I'll do a bunch of inventory management at the end of this little section, I think. Yep, go Abelard. Okay. Loot all this, loot all this.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Is that another sniper? No, it's just a... Oh, Rotobi. It's gonna be a Rotobi pattern last gun. Okay, that last one's got a camo on it. He got 50 headshots in one. Earn his camo. Whatever it is these days, I haven't played COD in years. Yeah, so she's sad crying, so everyone else is getting like waves of horrible sadness. I love their armor design, it's really cool. She also is 100% the painter with the blood. Pale figure with unnaturally long limbs covers her face with her hands, which are deformed with talon-like nails. Her deathly pale face is coated with blood that unnaturally streams from her scarlet-misted eyes. Her spiny gills, slightly hidden under her disheveled hair, twitch nervously at your approach. She's got gills? She do got gills. You're telling me this is a human? What the heck? Only now you notice the third eye on the woman's forehead, hidden by a jeweled ornament. And when your eyes meet, you sense overwhelming, soul-smothering power. Yeah, I passed my willpower test. I'm enveloped in despairing grief, and an invisible hand closes around your throat, cutting off your breath. Your limbs seem to fill with lead, your heart hammers in your chest, and the desire to turn and flee from this room, from this station, almost gets the better of you, but at the last moment you master your emotions, and your will pushes back against the illusion, forcing it to retreat. Adira emits something between a moan and a drawn-out whimper. Ow, ow, ow! It's as if my own pals weren't bad enough. Now this one's barging into my head. Somebody stop her. Rid the world of this heresy, Argenta. I mean... Ooh, iconoclast option. Overcome the crushing despair. I know why I am here, and so I will stand strong against any illusion. Direct your attention inward to your heart, currently shackled by another's suffering. Under the gaze of your burning inner eye, the despair and pain begin to dwindle. The darkness in your soul dissipates, the lump in your throat shrinks, and you discover that you are standing in front of a bizarre creature, a young woman whose tears seem to have dried along with your own. Yeah, snapped her out of it, look at me. Weirdly shakes her head and lets out a drawn-out sound similar to both the sob and a howl of a wounded animal. What is happening? Is someone calling my name? Are all the betrayers dead already? And you? Who are you? I knew they were the betrayers. Matters little, you profane creature. You will die. I'm gonna say, Zale von Valencias. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Pardon my manners, Zale. I did not expect to make such a gracious acquaintance in a time of great sorrow for our house. What is this? I feel faint. Uh-oh. The heavy-set old man who's been kneeling nearby erupts into low sobs. His eyes, swollen from crying, dart desperately around the room as though the veil of ignorance has just been ripped away from them. The child, Lady Cassia, where are you? Sacred child, don't preserve. Despite his venerable age, the navigator leaps up and rushes to the young woman's side. You... The old man shifts, revealing his face to you. It is threaded with jet-black veins, and his bulging, milky eyes bear a striking resemblance to those of a dead fish. Sickly sweet scent assaults your nostrils as the man's flesh is rotting inside his decaying husk. Jesus Christ, man. I mean, I've heard of old, but that's ridiculous. My eyes fail me. They are unable to make you out as an enemy or an ally. I'm warning you, one wrong move will bring the wrath of House Orselio upon you. Yeah. Watch out, this one's so deranged, just making the whispers shriek like crazy. He might just open that eye of his. Threatening the head of the dynasty is a grave offense, esteemed whoever you are. Abelard places his hand on his weapon. At present, I'm trying to determine what is happening here, bro. I'll grant that you do not look like pirates who have come coveting the riches of a wrecked station, or like scoundrels in Felix service. So who are you? I just said, I'm Vale von Valencias, rogue trader. Another rogue trader in our corner of the galaxy, how interesting. Your kind always make an appearance in desperate times, ready to cut a deal that benefits one side alone. Given that you have not so far drawn your weapons, your intentions are probably peaceful, and so House Orselio now asks a service of you. Save the life of the child in exchange for future cooperation. Do not hurry to answer, think on it. You can make yourself an ally or an enemy of our house today. You decide. What is going on here again? Curse. You do not understand the sacred gift given to our child. When the child is sad, we all weep. When the child smiles, we all laugh giddily. And if the child wants blood, the world turns crimson. The child's will is the will of the great Tisiphone, for she is the heir of House Orselio. They call me dangerous for my witchcraft. Dira mutters under her breath. You look frightening. You were not supposed to see me, or Felix, or the Sacred Child. Navigators are highly paid for their loyal service to the Imperium according to his will. No one would dare judge the gods of humanity, the chosen of the galactic sovereign himself. Alright, what do you want? Hope glimmers in the navigator's milky eyes. Save the Sacred Child. Take her away from the station. I do not have long left. A bluish rivulet trickles down the old man's chin. He wipes the mutated blood briskly off his sleeve. You glimpse strange burns covering his flesh under the clothing. The slightest movement must cause him unbearable pain. Save the child and deliver her safely to Regent Eronto, acting head of House Orcelio in the Cronus Expanse. Rest assured that he will reward you with your effort. I know we came here for a navigator, but after everything we've seen, I've got some reservations about this girl. Such a fragile thing with such a heavy burden on her shoulders. I want to know what happened between you and Felix. Felix is my wayward student. He came to Urac 5 as a callow youth. I personally mentored him and entrusted him with the care of the child. He was like a son to me, but he proved to be just another traitor. He sought to steal our most precious treasure, the heir of our house, our sacred child, to revel in power with others like him, casting our house into the abyss, to pervert the century-long traditions of our family. Oh, I just pressed that button twice by accident. Service to the house is coming to an end. The wounds Felix inflicted on my flesh will never heal. I am dying. Praise the throne slowly enough to see the child taken care of. There's a Medicaid on my ship. No, I'm the keeper of the Yerkviel parish on my station. On that note, I have other matters to attend to. How'd you lose control? Do not thrust my errors in my face. I am twice your age and twice as wise. Take my advice. Trust no one but yourself and the Emperor. Even those closest to you will betray you for gold, power, or a far-fetched idea of a brighter future. Dang. I believe I've made my decision. Attack! No, I'm just kidding. And you shall serve as my navigator while you still live. Doesn't sound like that'll be very long. Cassia shall come with me. Good. That's good. Oh, who are you? The old man nervously licks his lips, but do allow us to say our proper farewells. Sure. Is that the Medicaid from downstairs? Wait, that's Theobald.
Wake up, my mistress, my sacred child.
What
It is all
happening
over now.
here, dude?
It is over.
What?
What? What happened? You.
I don't know, man.
I remember you. Have you come to save us?
Thank you for having voice acting, though.
Child, please, listen to me very carefully. One last time.
Drink some water.
You will now embark on a voyage with this lord to rejoin the house and its regent in the Cronus Expanse. I will not be able to accompany you on this journey.
No! Not you too! Don't leave me alone in this violet-brown haze! You're coming with me! Your mistress is giving you an order. Do you hear me?
Mistress, I fear this will be your only order that I dare to disobey. I am the keeper of Urac 5, and alas, I have less than a day left in me. Allow me to serve you one last time and honor my final duty to House Orcelio. I will remain on the station and destroy the secrets it holds.
Oh, Theobald.
What need have I for your regrets? I
just want things to go back to the way they were before. What are you going to do to me?
Do not fear what is to come, child. You are ready to guide any vessel. I know this because I taught you myself. And it is difficult to imagine more worthy company than a rogue trader. But remember, your safety is of paramount importance. Get to the Great Regent and fulfill your destiny.
I beg your pardon, but what about my servants? Yurak 5 is still full of people loyal to House Orselio. As a Lady Navigator of House Orselio, I accept your gracious offer of protection. Please, take me to your vessel. I can no longer bear the pain of this place. Do you require an audience? Does something trouble you, Lord Captain?
I forgot to unmute after finishing drinking my water. Wow. Anyway, I was saying, wow, I leveled up, but also, I'm gonna probably do a lot of messing around with skills and stuff in between this episode and the next, because I may want to respec myself and maybe some others and just fiddle around, learn more about how the combat is supposed to be done, especially because that last combat didn't go so good. We lost half the squad, including me dying round one.
I always have a backup.
Although I'm not really sure how I could have stopped that. I put myself behind full cover. There wasn't really a whole lot of spots to go from where we started that combat. Maybe that was the problem. Just starting in a bad spot and then getting unlucky with the crits. That dude crit me twice and landed like every shot, which is just doesn't happen a lot. Okay. To the lower level. Also, I have 2 psychers now, I guess. You should probably get that staff I got, right? Where is that? Oh. This? Oh, you have that already. That's the same staff. Okay. You're already wearing that too. Got it.
Let us not dawdle.
To the void ship. Away! Okay. Do I get to, talk to her and get to know her and become besties and all that now? Yep. I love that oh my god, it turns itself around. I was gonna say I love that my throat is facing the wrong way and then it literally spun around in the most dramatic way possible. That's amazing. Lord Captain, Lady Navigator, welcome aboard. The Sanctum Navis has been prepared for communication ritual, but the Lady Navigator wishes to rest in her quarters first. Ooh, okay. Your heart starts beating furiously, your breath comes short and choppy, and your fingertips tingle unpleasantly. You notice that Vigdis is shivering slightly, and the crew are glancing around in puzzlement, searching for the source of this sudden wave of unease. Decided not to make use of the charm that could... That's what? The what? The huh? And the who and the where and the why and the what and the how? I'm gonna guess that's like if you sided with the other guy. Huh. Without even looking at the Boxmaster, Cassia waves her away. First, I wish to speak to the rogue trader. Leave us. Oh, wow. Of course, when you're ready for the ritual, please let me know. You can't just go telling my people what to do. I guess you can. I'm honestly fine with it. Cassia sweeps her pensive gaze over Victus, then lowering her lashes slightly, turns to you. What did you wish to speak about? She lets out an exhale, then raises her chin. I have not yet thanked you for saving me on the station. My thoughts were clouded with so much mournful ash when Theobald's heart stopped. But you acted honorably and did not exploit me in my wretched position, and for that I am immeasurably grateful. So Theobald's heart stopped. She was crying over that, and then me snapping right of it somehow brought him back? Convinced of her own free will, yeah, okay. I'm also deeply grateful that you saved my servants, especially my valet. Uwe served on the station. Hey, it's Uwe! I met him for more than 5 years, much longer than any preceded him. He knows how to properly attend me during journeys through the immaterial, what to serve me for breakfast. His presence envelops me in a cloak of amber. But now, I am ready to go to the Sanctum Navis and perform the sacred rite. I require brushes, canvas, and the best paints you have on board. But no red. Why do you refuse red? Uwe will give of his blood before the ritual as always. Why does it have to be his blood for the red? Yeah, tell me about more of the ritual, because what the hell? I doubt the uninitiated could understand the mysteries of navigation, but I shall try to explain the essence of it. I must merge my mind and will with the machine spirit of the ship, so that I become one with the vessel. She lifts a lock of hair from her neck, revealing gilded implant ports. After that, I will use House Roselio ritual, which I am loath to reveal you, to free my mind of all errant thoughts. And then it's time to open the third eye and peer into the depths of the warp itself. Along with nightmarish visions, mirages, and creatures of the abyss, only the light of the Emperor is the truth that will lead me from star to star, from system to system. Oh, the light, the guiding thread, so fine it can slip from one's grasp at any moment. But you have nothing to worry about. The navigators of House Roselio never lose their course. I'm not gonna say this because I'm assuming it has to do. Obviously, it has to do with her navigating, right? Yeah, you get whatever you want, girl. She nods and thanks. I shall take my leave for the duration of the rite. I ask that you do not follow me, if you can survive the gaze of my warp eye when it's opened. Heard that, lady? I heard that. Okay, welcome back. So, what'd y'all talk about? I would see the open channel between leaving and the bridge. Am I doing it now? Because there was a few more planets I wanted to go to first. Initiating communion ritual. The Voxcaster in the Sanctum Navis picks up the serration of clothes, pious chanting, and the metal clicking of implants. Come here, Uwe. The exultant ring of metal freed from a scabbard, the low sob of the servant, rhythmic drip of liquid onto the canvas, the faint whisper of the brush. Go. I see violet vortexes lashing in ocean with a million flails, and umber shadows spinning over the surface in a fiery dance, a storm rising above foaming waters, armadas drowning in fog. The path from one end to another cannot be seen. And here, beyond the wall of glass, a daughter forsaken by her father yearns for her brother, and the sun's pale disk goes in tireless pursuit. Of her? No, of me. Its frozen rays that spring is here. Its frozen rays lie that spring is here. The light is deadened. The great ruler is gone. What? The Voxmaster recoils at Cassia's word and accidentally snaps one of the cogitator levers. The panel beneath her finger emits sparks, and the Voxcaster falls silent. She quickly flips a series of switches and bows guiltily. My abject apologies for cutting off the broadcast, Lord Captain. I've never heard the warp speaking through a navigator before. The connection is restored now. It will not happen again. See to it that you receive 5 lashes for this show of clumsiness. I'm gonna not disturb her at all. Soul-shredding screams drown out the Vox transmission. Servants in their sanctum navis are howling and shrieking like wild beasts, moaning in pain, their throats raw. Then sudden silence, the dull throat of dropping bodies proclaims their fate. It appears the servants were part of the Lady Navigator's right, as it was for her predecessor. I will arrange for the bodies to be removed from the sanctum navis of the ritual. What is left of them? She sacrifices all those people in order to clear her mind. She just like dumps all the psychic nonsense out into them. That's not clearing your mind. That's just killing people. Rogue Trader, I fear I have unfortunate news. Endless blackness has spread across the canvas, dividing what should be whole in two. So I've heard. And my sight cannot glimpse the light of the Emperor as clearly as before. I cannot turn around. My brush only draws me onward. The way is blocked. By the Emperor's grace, the ritual was successful. Your vessel's temperament presented a challenge. Its steel grip did not allow me to breathe freely, even for a second. It was as if the depths of the ship housed not only machine spirits, but something other. Uh-oh. Now I will retreat to my chambers to recover my strength. Send for me if you have need for me. If I didn't know the DLC came out like a year later, I would say that, unless they rewrote it. It sounds like it's related to like the Void whatever DLC. If there's a void deep in the ship. Because ships have voids, which kind of makes sense. That's actually kind of funny. I didn't think of that till now. Lord Captain, congratulations on acquiring a navigator. Spare me a few minutes of your time, please. There are several matters that require your attention. First of all, I want to report the condition of the station Urak 5. Had you opted to begin your visit to the Rykad system with a different destination, the station could have become critically unstable. Fortunately, the decision to immediately visit the representatives of Navis Nobilite bought us precious time. Hey, sweet. I'm glad that was a good choice. We can either send our forces to the station and procure technological components, or save valuables. Technical components or valuables? I will gain 2 profit factor. Let's take the components and useful stuff. I don't really know what that means exactly, but it sounds better than 2 profit factor. With your permission, I'd also like to remind you that we are still looking for an Engine Seer Prime, yeah. And the Inquisitor, yeah. Could you just tell me how wonderful everything is sometime? If you're interested, this week passed with a record low rate of minor disturbances on the lower deck. A senior technoman from Shift 8 came up with a new formula for lubricant used in kitchen servitor implant maintenance. Quarters Master of Store Compartment 11 reported recently we are spending ceremonial decorations at least 30% slower than recommended, which means we have enough tablecloths, carpets, and lamps to last us 15 years. Heck yeah. Even considering that some of it was burnt. Thank you. I do appreciate that good news. Okay. So we're done there. We did Majoris. Next would be the... Oh, wait, no. I know what's next. Uh-oh. There's a commotion on the officer's deck. Lady Navigator has left her quarters currently in the wardroom. Our initiated crew members are shunning her in terror. Perhaps you should find what has brought Cassia to the deck. Okay, we're going. Let's do it then. Brings it down here, Cassia and Uwe. Oh, nice bow.
Lord Captain, my apologies. I did not notice your entrance.
Lady Navigator is engrossed in perusing the dusty tomes which appear to have been neglected by the other officers, be it because of sloth or dullness of mind. When you walk closer, she looks up to you, starts, and hides a weathered book behind her back. I see you're fond of reading.
Oh, this.
Carefully shows you the book, which turns out to be a collection of works by the Acadian naval commander and poet,
and I must say,
alias
it
Quint.
has caught my eye. Its every chapter is written in verse. I find it so beautiful and enrapturing.
Every chapter written in verse.
Urak 5 had a vast archive of its own, of course. Although most of the works within had to do with scholarly disciplines of some sort or another. Only in my sparse moments of respite was I allowed to escape into the pages of more embellished works.
Gently brushes the dust cover off. dust off the cover with her thin, clawed hand. Her eyes filled with longing, reminiscing of her lost home.
One should not underestimate the navigators of House Orselio, Lord Captain. Like a shawl of pale smoke, a faint malaise hangs upon my shoulders, but it will not be the slightest hindrance to my duty to humanity, and my duty to you.
Cassia's response was reserved and pointedly decorous, clearly intended to create a distance between you. Okay. Wait, these are my only options?
No.
Are my servants not good enough for you?
Lord Captain.
I'm sure it's fine. I have to say, calm yourself and your powers.
There are people on this ship who are far more impulsive and dangerous to others, and far less devoted to the God Emperor than a herald of the Navis nobility. But I did not need your words to see the shades of umber unease that whirl around your subjects whenever I am near. Were I not acquainted with such a reaction, I could have found their behavior and your question just now insulting.
I also found it kind of insulting. That wasn't why I was going to say it.
Lord Captain, would you kindly explain to me why you are pestering me with these questions? Inquiring about my mood and my needs, showing an interest in the books I am enjoying. You are behaving as if you possessed a shred of fellow feeling for one such as I.
Why not? Just because you got gills.
I beg your pardon, Lord Captain. That was no way for a navigator to conduct herself.
Wait, I can just immediately come out and be like, yeah, you know, you're kind of hot, fish lady. Something to apologize for. Human nature is natural, be good or bad. It's just natural to share them with others. And common sympathy. They are more complicated though, because she's like a
so
fish
many
person, and I'm also a void
flaring to life and dimming all around you.
So
it
she's
is a
different
veritable
for sure
ocean
than
of emotions.
the other late
There are
people.
so many of them that I can barely see the pure white sincerity of your words. Please forgive me. I cannot even understand myself right now. Your words and attention have reminded me of life on the station, of Theobald and Felek. I do not understand. They were merely the keepers of Urak 5. So
no one taught you about emotions,
why do memories of those two make me feel a strange heaviness?
They probably should have, considering your power.
At the same time, I find myself overwhelmed with new excitement and anticipation. At last, I have set foot outside my familiar walls, and into a world that I have only seen before in the pages of books. Your ship alone is a treasure trove of remarkable artifacts and curiosities. And just imagine the things that await beyond, but... my delight must seem childish to you, surely. In your heart, you must be finding all this quite amusing.
No, I'm not going to make fun of a lady's feelings.
Words like that,
Blinks in
Lord
surprise
Captain,
or eyelashes
could
fluttering,
easily be misconstrued. You should familiarize yourself with some of the works in your library to learn the appropriate manner of conversing with a lady.
I will. Oh, I did? I got an achievement. I realized that didn't show up. It said I started a romance. Whoops. Alright. Welcome to me romancing Cassia here and now. Alright. Struggling to maintain expression of polite indifference. So I'm just locked in now? I'm just romancing Cassia now? Okay. That's cool. That's cool. I was thinking of either that first one, being like, no, I wouldn't make fun of your feelings, or just being like, yeah, my life was turned upside down recently too. And I decided to be like, no, I'm not gonna make fun of your feelings. That's rude as hell. But yeah, where am I? What part of the ship is this? I recognize it from like a battle in the tutorial, but I don't think this is somewhere I can just come normally. To Void Ship Bridge. Okay, anyway, what I was gonna say before I was so rudely interrupted by starting a romance. I have 5 people now. So I could get that weird mace in the vault. I had to spell Furia. F-U-R-I-A. Oh, I just realized the title is wrong. Because I never changed it. Go away, chat. Oh my god, computer, why are you gonna be the biggest pain in the ass right now? Minimize that. Full screen this. Edit. Part 4. The description could stay the same. Okay, good enough. We're gonna go to somewhere else on the ship. I thought there was a button I could press to do that, but I guess I gotta run over here. What captain's quarters? Yeah, the shrine. Yes, bring everyone. We need everyone. Okay. So
I have a nose for profit and a taste for adventure.
Yes?
and that's the I, or is that a J? It looks like a J, but I'm guessing it's an I. It's a U. F-U. F-U. Oh, I double-clicked.
I always keep my options open.
Dang it. F.
Did I mention that my whispers tell me jokes?
Me.
Jokes that once said a lie.
I'm restless.
R.
We are the spearhead of the Imperium.
That's not an A, right? Yeah, it's
Whatever
definitely not
you
an
wish.
A. I.
I guide humanity between the stars.
There's the A. Woo! Did it.
What do we have here?
What do we have here? Let's find out. Unquenchable Fury. 8 to 9 damage. That's less than I expected, honestly. We can use Harsh Shove and Power Swing, which hits like everybody except right behind you. Maximum push into as small as 5 cells, and any collision damage is increased by 50%. Oh, you can push people into walls and that hurts them? I didn't even know that. Interesting. Huh. Okay. Cool, cool. I didn't expect the mace to be just like kind of push everyone around. I thought it was gonna be like some holy fire, like something like that. Still cool, still cool. Alright, next. I should level up first, actually. Get the level up out of the way. Well, I've been going for an hour and a half. I can keep going. Where's the thing there? Okay. I want more agility because yeah, it improves initiative. I don't want to be getting gunned down at the start of fights anymore. Be smart, bloody mess. Contagious luck. Yeah, I'm gonna take that. Chance of surviving lethal damage. I'm gonna be here for a minute. She's an officer too. Isn't it just the same thing? No. I was gonna say, isn't that the same thing that she is? She is an operative. Okay. I know they want willpower, so I'll just go with that. And any warp source damage. Every even turn, they gain an additional action point. Every odd turn, they gain perception. Every enemy the navigator has in their line of sight has its dodge and hit chance reduced. Sure. What the heck? Constant healing sounds good. More willpower. Oh god. Trigger gains 30% your chance on their next attack. Dodge on the next dodge. Which increase success on their next whatever. And deal damage to an enemy. Must pass a wall or be immobilized. Yeah, why not? Immobilization sounds good. I got that recommended, just doesn't have any. It doesn't even know what to recommend me anymore. It's like I don't figure it out, dude. Offensive. Oh. It cannot dodge attack opportunity. Navigator powers has a stance reach. Bonus character. Sure, whatever. More damage is more good. Again, I'm gonna go back at some point after this episode and fiddle with all this stuff more. Weapon skill. Yeah. Damage against Xenos. You got it. Ballistic skill. Damage against Xenos. You got it. Precise attack. Uncover they gain a bunch of stuff. Yeah, I usually keep her in cover. What's up her tech use? Alright, did that. We can give Abelard. It just still is not letting me switch to Abelard. What the heck? Okay. It's more consistent with its damage at least. Nice armor pen. Then the push. And the area attack is nice. Heck yeah. Look at you go. Alright. Cronus Expanse. So we're just going to the prison world now, I guess. Lord Captain, sorry to disturb you. It's pandemonium outside the bridge gate. One of the officers seems to be demanding an audience with you in person. I think I hear Master Wisterian's voice. In any case, I wanted to warn you in advance. Uh-oh. Now what? I've had mercenaries here experience or play co-op. Interesting. A co-op run of this sounds really fun, actually. Alright, what do we got here? The everyday sounds of the bridge are shut to have voices raised in anger. Abelard's is the loudest of them all. This is not the conduct of an officer. These are the antics of a high-born brat out on a lark. Explain yourself, Lieutenant. The young woman standing before Abelard strives with all her might not to quail the onslaught of her superior's anger. Quail under it. I apologize, sir, but I must speak to Lord Captain. Very well, Lieutenant. You may address the Lord Captain, not least because I see you've already seen it fit to disturb him. Your unauthorized appearance at the bridge and display of belligerence towards higher-ranking officers will be logged in your personal file without delay. Lord Captain, Lieutenant Avrila Vent, requesting permission to speak on a matter of extreme importance and urgency. Lord, assign a lieutenant to approaching punishment. Lieutenant, you have 1 minute to say your business. You may speak, but I want to hear a report, not a shouting match. I thought drastic times call for drastic measures. This matter cannot wait. Any minute now, an assault unit will be dispatched to the lower decks to crush the workers' strike by any means necessary, but I am convinced that this step is unwarranted and that the crisis itself was unprovoked by the actions of the senior officers. Was provoked. So, whatever, man. Lord Captain, I urge you to investigate the actions of Seneschal Wisterian and to intervene in what's happening in the lower decks because very soon we will have a mutiny or a massacre on our hands. She reels off the last words as though she knows them by heart. She's clearly been preparing to say them for some time. When she finished, she cast an anxious glance at Abelard and then you. There's insurrection in the making on my ship and no one told me about it? Seriously, though. I don't drink some water before this. Lower decks are in revolt. 30-some years ago, we had a revolutionary leader rise who dared to establish workers' rule across the entire ship. It took a month to restore order, but even 8 years later, we're still battling rumors that the hero survived his execution and was on the verge gathering to fight against tyranny once more. On this ship, the word of the Lord Captain carry more than a salvo of 100 bolters. I'm sure if the rogue trader addresses the Malkans directly, it will quell the unrest. Dread to think what problem you will disturb the rogue trader with next. Perhaps you'll ask him to break up brawls in the mess room. I've already given you means to resolve this problem. You simply need to use them. If I may, your lordship, sending a hit squad to crush the rebellion is a means of ignoring the problem, not solve it. How did this all start? Ganring found a cultist amulet on the body of someone who'd been killed in a drunken brawl. We reported it up the chain immediately, arranged for cleansing rite to be performed, and ordered investigation. No heretics have been found alive, but the search has been brought tensions. Where does Wasarian come into this? I shall explain. I beg you to hurry, time's running out. I will not hurry. Since my competence is under scrutiny, I shall speak for as long as I see fit. There is established order to the way things are done on this ship, and one of the pillars of that system is that the rogue trader's attention shall not be distracted by trivial matters. It is the Seneschal's role to ensure that, and I have always handled that internal problems myself. So, of course, when I received information about cultists hiding lower deck, I took the matter into my own hand. As long as I live, I will not let one of the vermin who murdered Theodora von Valencius find a refuge on her ship. You are far too heavy-handed, Seneschal Wasarian. Arrests, interrogations, mass punishment for entire sectors. It has driven people to the brink. Now, there's a strike on the lower decks in Depot 4, to be precise. The 3 worker clans are involved, but many more are passively supporting them. The situation could degenerate into an all-out insurrection. The only response I received is to dispatch an assault unit. What do you think, Abelard? I see no need to add anything. I acted with the remit of my authority, guided... Yeah. He doesn't have any problem. What's a Depot 4? One of the poorest sectors on lower decks, home to the general laborers. They're not as valuable to the ship as families. Sure. Master at Arms, the ship's enforcer report to you, and yet you seem hesitant to provide your own perspective. Lord Captain, unlike Lieutenant Vent, I respect the chain of command and realize it is not within my right to challenge my superiors. That being said, while I entirely share Wasarian's opinion on the fate of Depot 4, it serves on a note that is insubordination direct consequence of practices as he himself has introduced. I see you decided to follow the Lieutenant's example after all. Such behavior does you no credit. Do you wish to respond to that? I do recall an occasion where I would encourage an officer to disobey their superior, or where I would overrule their order or show favoritism to those who merited none? None, Seneschal, for there have been no such cases in the entire time I have served aboard this ship. If anyone were to claim otherwise, I would have to pay them. I would have them pay for insulting your honor with blood. The conduct in this regard has always been spotless. Nevertheless, given your eminent position, a simple show of attention on your part is enough to erode the proprietary junior officers, inflate their sense of self-importance, and undermine discipline. That you distinguish some of them and know them by name is tantamount to walking around the officers' deck handing out gifts to officers who have caught your eye. It fills those you set apart with ambition and audacity and makes them stand out amongst the rest. Enforcers are meant to be faceless servants ready to die, a fate entrusted to their commander and no one else. That is the sole finish of order. So she thinks that he knows them too well? Okay. Vent, do you think he's singled you out? Never granted you privileges. Yeah. Okay. Since the agency of the Master Arms is responsible for how did I experience an insight? However, extending such arrangements over their head of superiors. Tomorrow they will go to the captain to check some order in this manner. Okay. I see. Evidently, my officers are anything but a shining example of unity and adherence today. I have only myself to blame, I suppose. I've heard enough. I'll go down there and deal with it personally. Praise the Emperor. Thank you, Lord Captain. Enterprise bordering on the sophomoric, but please yourself, Lord Captain. However, I categorically insist that I execute you. Or execute escort. I must execute you for this, Lord Captain. I regret that the enforcers were unable to handle the situation, which then led to your essential involvement, but I consider my duty to go there. Yeah, okay. Let's all go together and have a great time. Uh-oh. Does this mean that there's going to be combat if I have to bring everybody? I guess there could be combat if I don't handle it well. Okay. Next. Dark echelons. Oops. I always think that's like a close button for some reason, even though it literally says what it's gonna do. Wow, nobles from the upper decks down here to see us. Yep, that's us. Hey, it's Wassarian. Take that, scum. Oh. Look, who fault it is something something. They just throw acid at you? Reflexively wise himself from down a startlingly human gesture and a telling one. A rare moment where he allows his age and weariness to show through his armor of veneer self-assurance. Lower's decks are a source of endless problems. Sometimes I dearly regret that we cannot replace all the locals with servitors. I bet you do. Did you hear that they were shouting your name? People dared to respect a single officer. Did you hear they're shouting your name? Of course they were. An organization of the daily routine life of the ship rests upon my shoulders, a mountain of challenges and problems from which I endeavor to insulate you. The situation on lower decks has been cause for some concern. I've intervened personally on more than one occasion. That's why they remember me. They do not know your face. Then you're a creature of legend, one who stood with steps to the golden throne, no less. What? Have I? Was a man. Is that just like a rogue trader thing? They dared to respect a senior officer? You don't have the chance to express your respect if we're not here. The situation has been dealt with by our own officers. Yeah. Worst material for officer. The name of chair the girl is the same age as my eldest great granddaughter. She has the gall to tell me how to manage the lower decks and hunt down cultists. It'll be another 20 years at least before she can be trusted to act without oversight. Alright, let's keep moving. Lower deck rabble. There's like a nest made of thermal insulation material. This must be the where workers sleep.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Okay, so there's a valve and another valve. Just twisting valves. Okay, I'll leave them alone. Why are there so many valves everywhere?
Over there.
What did I see? Failing my IRL perception check. Container can be seen beyond the massive bars. Pipe, perhaps examining the pipe will allow you to reach it.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
What do you mean examining the pipe? What does that mean? I would love to examine the pipe. I truly don't understand.
I still do not see our purpose in coming here.
What? How do you not? Oh, great. Now what? Hey, buddy. Where are you going? Just walked up just to bow and then walk away. Relevant. Sounds of a heated discussion reverberate throughout the ship's bays. Lieutenant Arvillabent of the ship's enforcers are barring a path through her superior. Master at Arms just got a sourbeck. Patients were anything. I've given you an order to get out of my way. Cannot comply with that order, ma'am. This is my deck and my sector. So long as this area remains under Lord Captain Special Oversight, no action will be taken without my express permission. There are only 3 people who are authorized to make me stand down. The first officer, rogue trader, and the Emperor himself. So not all my lessons fall on deaf ears. He does not clarify whether it means vent, sourbeck, or both. Your lordship. They snap to attention and salute. They even tried to throw things at us. These people are getting desperate, clearly. They saw the assault unit and they decided they had nothing else to lose. I mean, I apologize. It's outrageous. I'm sure people simply didn't recognize you. What's the situation? My people have locked down the bay where the strikers are, including their leaders, with the situation under control as far as resources allow. I came here to lead an investigative unit. What do I see? The Ravel on the verge of mutiny. There's nothing to investigate. It simply calls for immediate repressions and firing squads. And you are about a step away from facing charges yourself. I give the person open fire. I want to speak to the strikers. Abelard's mouth twists, but he restrains himself and says nothing. Right you are, Lord Captain. Allow me to wish you good luck, says Vent. Okay. Does that mean they're that way? So...
Keep your wits about
Oh, or are
you.
they that way? I think they're that way. Okay. Anything in here? Or is it just like an elevator? Yeah. There's valves everywhere. Huge pipes. Are the arteries of the ship. Yeah. Alright, let's keep exploring this way. Through the door. Greetings, your graces. Bunch more valves to turn and some goods.
Let us not dawdle.
Inside the box, a string of scratched letters runs along the edge. Different first names, same surname. It looks like the box has been passed down from family. They're passing down generational toolboxes? Guess it makes sense. That's crazy though. Huh. It's like nothing here. Except whatever's in that pipe I can't get access
I
to.
woke up with a feeling of wonder, as if a field of flowers was blossoming nearby. A child was saved from
Rise
death.
to the top,
A
or get
thousand
left in the
heretics were
dust.
burning alive, begging and sobbing and howling.
Argenta. Oh my god. Anyway. Oh. A dozen pairs of eyes stare apprehensively at you. The people before you are typical inhabitants of the lower decks. You take their simple clothing, crude weapons, and faces that display worrying levels of mutation, from the barely discernible to the strange and outright grotesque. We got mutants? Like, this makes me think of like the Futurama sewer mutants, just in the lower decks. A whisper passes through the crowd. You detect a mixture of fear, astonishment, and joy. Rivet says, Lord Captain, you've come down to us. Tell me what's troubling you. Why are you striking? Striking? That's news to us, your lordship, says a tall, thin man in worker's garb. All we're doing is asking questions, saying what we think. Old Nan says, shut up, Rivet, snaps the old woman. He turns her hostile dark eyes on you. Here's the deal, lordship. Your damn enforcers are all over us down here. They say they're looking for cultists. One wrong word and they're reaching for their batons. If they want to punish someone, they can turn off the heating to whole bays for a week, so we get sick and freeze. In my clan, 2 little ones died from inflammation in their lungs, all because of those enforcers. Woman spits on the floor and rubs at the spittle with the toe of her worn-out shoe. When children's deaths are mentioned, Argenta gets real sad. It's all true, says Stager. Vent is the only enforcer officer who stood up for us. It's clear as day who had a mother from the lower decks and who grew up amidships and has no fellow feeling towards us. Your lordship, we're no villains here. We're honest workers, your servants. We've plotted no disorder. We went on to strike openly, and now we've got guns pointed at us. All we're doing is asking to be allowed to work in peace without being harassed. What about the amulet? A cultist amulet? What's that? The gewgaw they found on the dead drunkard? If it was something evil or forbidden, we sure didn't know. The enforcer just said they were looking for heretics among us, and anyone obstructing innovation would be punished. But how could there be heretics here? We know our own people. There have been no new faces around. Definitely not, and if there were, we'd be the first to report them. And for this amulet, whatever it was, they took it off a dead body. There are no cultists still breathing in our sector, that's for sure. But when the fright broke out, some interesting folks looted the bodies, the boots they came back with. Nobody's ever tread decks in boots so fine, I can tell you that. Seems these cultists have better commanders than us. Oh yeah, those boots really were fine, and there was no harm in taking them, right? As for the amulet, it must have been pocketed by someone who didn't know any better. We don't need any amulets around here. We all worship the Emperor. And when we're working, we bow down before machine spirits of the large and small transformers and the servo motor. Fucking, they worship the Autobots down here, y'all. Same way my grandfather was taught 100 years ago by a tech priest who came calling. Believe us, your lordship, we are people of faith. Naive children, weren't you taught from an early age about the dangers of the arch-enemy's creations? Weren't you warned that any unfamiliar object could be one of them? We were told, sister, but it was so long ago, and the last time we saw a confessor in our sector, it was just after I'd had my third little one. It is regrettable we can't lead a burden leading wretch's life for the souls of Holy Fathers, who we blame when beats crawl out of those amulets you stole. Anything to add, Abelard? I authorized the use of all necessary measures to look at Chaos Worshippers. Specific steps taken off server, nor reported to me. Nevertheless, I'm certain their actions were justified. Cultists and other drunken stevedores. It's really necessary to torture these people with cold. The rabble understands only one language, Lord Captain, that of violence. As per regulations, should laborers persist in their willingness to cooperate, the next step is limiting their air supply and cutting off the water, which is almost certain to restore order. Peasants can grumble all they want, but in the end, they are the source of their own misery. All they have to do is bow their heads and fall in line, and the need for punitive measures will disappear. You explain us being attacked. People then push to their limit, and they're lashing out, looking at the top deck beams being sent down here. Clans are all inside the bay that's been sealed off, but the lower decks are big. I'm sure some people have had just about enough. We're getting in from all sides. Oh, their words seem sincere, their body language and the glances reveal the news of the attack has shocked them. What changes do you want? Here's what we want. We want you to rein in your damned enforcers, quit turning off the heat, and stop battering everything that moves. No, that's not it. We want the enforcers gone from here. We want to be armed. Give us arms, and we'll govern ourselves or defend ourselves if these cultists do show their faces. I've been leader of ICANN for 20 years. I don't know about giving you all weapons. You've gone too far, old man. They'll never let the maggots on the lower deck live without enforcers blowing to other necks. They probably insist on forcing the upper decks too. As for weapons, what do we need them for? For the first days out, we'll have someone shooting their neighbor as feeling drunkenness. Yeah, seriously. The forcers stop hassling us, that's enough. In return, we'll find the scavengers who robbed the cultist body and we'll talk to them one lower decker to another. If any of those amulets rebel, we'll hand them over. Speak for yourself and your clan, and I'll speak for me and mine. I don't want empty gestures, I want real change. They promised us the world now. But as soon as the Anointed One turns his back, the brutes will be on us harder than before, because we dared to speak out. Okay, we got a lot of stuff to do here. The tall worker's eyes dart between two arguing leaders every few seconds. That was his mouth, but he falls silent. I can ask Abelard, I can ask the Master of Arms. I can use coercion, 100%, to say spreading anarchy on the ship is the first step towards embracing chaos. Putting weapons in untrained hands would be even worse. Forces are needed to maintain oversight and order. What withdrawal those demands will consider this? What were the other ones? That was pretty much it. Oh, well, not turning off the heat. You could do that. What's this gonna give me? -1 profit factor. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna give them weapons. Abelard, what do you say? Sorry about scavenging for boots and accidentally picking up a heretical amulet doesn't convince me. These people were moments away from rebelling, possibly becoming minions of the arch enemy. We must not give them what they want. What do you say, Master at Arms? Give the rebel a Grox and they'll take an agri world. They'll take an aggro world. Would capture the element in brute force. Yeah. I was hoping for more of a middle ground here. Like, I wanted to not give them weapons, but also, yes, take away the enforcers. Was my thought process. Yeah, fine. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. If they all come rebelling, we'll just kill them. That's fine. We did it once when fucking Iktvir attacked. Maybe, you know. Worst case scenario, we put down another insurrection. Best case scenario, they really fucking love me for giving them guns. And they're so you know, indebted to me that they're actually willing to put down heretics and shit. Good riddance to the executioners. Freedom for Depot 4! All hail the Lord Captain! All hail! You can count on us, your lordship will find the cultist Falmus if any of our people had taken possession of it. Well, that's probably a huge mistake. Let's find out eventually. So can I talk to anybody else about that now? Already cleared out, but they had to go somewhere. This page is where the start of each ship is marked. The last mark is missing. The workers went on strike. Yeah.
I'm still new to the art of exploring.
A manometer.
The whispers told me how.
Gauge shows the steam pressure in this pipe is close to maximum, however it does not reach the bars at the other end. Okay. Cool. A lot of pressure on that. Overdeck rabble, steal your tools. More valves. This one actually I can interact with? Nothing happened. Oh my god, now I can fiddle with the valves?
Is there money to be made?
Is it because I did the manometer thing? What measures a man? Okay. There's like a near infinite number of valves to pull before. Where'd they all go? There's one. I think it's happening.
Keep your wits about you.
Galvanic hazard. Oh, that worked. Okay, so am I supposed to be like following the pipe? It probably is this one next, I'm guessing. Nope, I turned it from up here apparently. Oh. Hello? Oh, Abelard's got something to say about that. Stopping unexpectedly, Abelard imperiously dismisses the unit to stand at a distance to address the other companions, saying, "An urgent matter, give us a moment." He looks at you, the last vestiges of restraint vanish. Well, are you pleased with your investigation, Lord Captain? You kowtowed to this disloyal rebel. Worse still, you put weapons into their hands. We do not simply have an untrustworthy mob in the hold, we have a mob that's armed. Next time they decide to start an uprising, it will be far bolder. That is, of course, if they don't accidentally wipe themselves out first. See? You were literally talking about cutting off their oxygen and air supply. You were willing to kill them anyway. They either kill themselves out of their own dumbassery and prove you right, and I'm wrong, and they're dead, or they uprise and we beat them like we beat the last one, or I'm right. They're all fine. All those outcomes are fine with me. It's how you see your future at the helm of Von Valencius. You allowed this revolt to action. Your actions practically guaranteed it would. I would have handled it if you had not decided to intervene. Remember, Lord Captain Theodora, do you think she ever set one slippered foot on the lower decks? No, she did not. Such matters were left for myself and the junior officers. Well, I'm not fucking her, dude. Maybe if Theodora had spent more time on trifling matters, she wouldn't have wound up dead. There's a new Lord Captain on this ship now, and I will not repeat her mistake. That's pretty close to what I want to say. I would be only too willing to trust my strength, so I'll not fill my head with such matters. The situation is probably under control. Yeah, I'm gonna say the first one. Looks at you, stunned, and exhales loudly, then nods curtly. I commend your decisiveness, but I am uncomfortable with introducing new protocols in the midst of a crisis. And I lost my temper, Lord Captain. I believe I ought to explain myself. The prosperity of the Von Valencia Protectorate is not just an empty phrase to me. I left the Imperial Navy for the chance to see it flourish. It was the most momentous decision of my life. I did it because I saw in Lord Captain Theodora's deeds the sign of true greatness. Rogue traders do not simply forge new routes and capture worlds, they create order out of anarchy. That creative impulse was entirely lacking during my time in the military. So I left there behind everything I had known, everything my family had known, and I came from a long line of officers, and I embarked upon this incredibly reckless venture. Lord Captain Theodora entrusted me with all the concerns she had no time for. She would go off her flagship for long periods to distant frontiers on scouting voyages, and the advancement of the entire protectorate rested on my shoulders. And then suddenly everything had been built over years and years began to quake, rattling like a flimsy hanger on a seismically active world. One of the senior officers betrays us all, the rogue trader was killed, and who knows what's happening on the planets. I tell you this honestly, without fear of appearing weak. All this has come as a grievous blow to me. I am not panicking or grieving because I cannot allow myself to panic or grieve. I am duty-bound to aid the new rogue trader, to aid you, to find your footing as quickly as possible, and to do that I must insulate you from the problems that in the past have been dealt with, tried, and tested procedures set out on a ship's regulations. Procedures that were established long ago and have functioned smoothly. Has it functioned smoothly? If you want to build a feature, stop living in the past. I understand, but you need to respect feature new. Prosperity of unmolested protected is just important to me. You're the only person. I think the future I'll follow your recommendations. I value what Theodore created, and I trust the situation is an aberration on the ships otherwise boost. Since established features are working, I see no change them. I've seen plenty of sentiment and hand-wringing in recent days, but very little competence. I have no plans to rely on your judgment. Ooh, okay. I want to say I think in the future I'll follow your recommendations, but mostly just to please him. I still probably am just going to do what I would like. Abelard dips his head as a sign of assent. The shadow of an incredible strain, which evidently had been wearing on him for some time, finally lifts from his face. I'm glad you see the value in foundations laid by your illustrious predecessor. Why fix what isn't broken? As for me, I shall endeavor not to cause you any further consternation, Lord Captain. He wants to leave. No, we're not leaving yet. Everyone else already fucking did, but we're not leaving yet. We have valves to turn, buddy. Damn it. Nope.
Rush not dawdle.
It's probably gonna be the last one, right? Nope. That was it. Or no. Aw, dang it. Oh, dang it. 2 more valves down here. That did it. You're really gonna make me run all the way back in here later? Okay. You. Not you. You. No.
I always keep my options open.
Yep. Oh, that did it. That leveled us up again! Oh
I always get the job done.
Grenades! 3 force grenades and a crack grenade. Heck yeah. Oh. Yeah, okay. I know consumables. Okay. Now we can move on. And I think at 2 hours, that's probably a good place to call it. And then we can do the next episode will be the prison planetoid. The prison planetoid. Ugh, man. Ugh. Probably not a stream tomorrow. I have a really long day tomorrow. I'm working both my jobs. But for now, that will be it. Sit up here on our throne. And yeah, say goodbye. Thank you to anybody who joined me on this stream. I hope anybody who watches this VOD later enjoys it as well. It's like, I see it as like an audiobook kind of. I'm reading everything out. You can listen to it at work or something. Or watch. You can watch too. Anyway, I'm just gonna ramble if I keep talking. So thank you again, any and all of you. Bye.